What's up, guys? This is Alex coming at you with another movie review brought to you by Woodward Cinema. Today we're going to be talking about Supergirl. I recently saw it, sparking a lot of controversy online. Was it great? Was it bad? Was it trash? Was it excellent? Well, today I'm here to tell you my thoughts, my honest review of it, and we're going to go through the good, the bad, and what comes next. With that being said, let's get into it. Oh, before we get started, I do have to mention this will be a spoiler-filled review, so if you have not seen the movie yet, come back after you've seen it. This is your formal spoiler warning. Right after that, I'm gonna say that my personal rating of this movie is I gave it an 8 out of 10 total. If I'm looking at it at a movie standpoint, maybe closer to a 6.5 or 7, but my personal rating is about an 8 out of 10. Let's start with the good first. So, right after that, the good. Millie Alcock's performance as Supergirl is absolutely stellar. She plays the character so well, and every time she is on screen, she is captivating. She is just fantastic in this role. There are many shots where she's showing a lot of emotion and also trying to be that tough girl, and you get to really get some scenes, especially when she's with the kid and she's trying to have that tough girl persona. And then one of the most beautiful scenes of the movie is when she flies up into space and just screams, and it's obviously silent because it's in space. I think it is such a beautiful shot, and it's so well done. And we can't forget this shot where she's rising up with the yellow sun behind her. She just does a fantastic job as Supergirl, and I think her acting is stellar, and I'm excited to see more from her down the line. The other thing we got to talk about is Jason Momoa as Lobo is also fantastic in this movie. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit more when it comes to the bad when it comes to him, but what I will say is he portrays this character so well, and not just how he acts, but how he looks. When he's coming on the scene, it's not the most important thing to the story, but he somehow steals the scene and makes it about him. Between the action he shows, between the force he shows, between everything about him, he is just so captivating. Another good thing is just, we get David Cornsweet in here, and it just once more affirms that he is the perfect Superman. The other good thing, this movie is just fun, right? So from start to finish, it gives me a very Guardians of the Galaxy vibe, even though, Guardians of the Galaxy may be better. You can see James Gunn may not have been totally in charge, but he definitely had his touch and his charm. As this movie is very fun from start to finish. For me, I was having a great time. There was at no point where I was like, wow, this is really boring. I really enjoyed the movie. I think it's a fun watch. There are some things that we'll talk about here in a second when it comes to the story, but other than that, it's a fun watch all around. Another good thing is that the villain portrayal of it, like the villain himself, is fantastic. Even though he's not the most eccentric bad guy, they make a very good job of making him evil. Right off the bat, when he kills the girl's family, like brutally, without mercy, and there's another part where he kills another family, and they go into why they're capturing all the girls, and I just think that he is a very good bad guy and a very good antagonist to the story, and somebody that needs to be stopped, that creates a sense of urgency. Now let's get into the bad. This is a very cookie cutter storyline. This is very girl needs help, misguided person's gonna be the idol, and they're gonna have a change of heart by the end. It's very much that, and as much as you don't want it to be and you want it to be a little complex, that's kind of what it is. The other bad thing is Lobo himself. As much as a good thing it is when Jason Momoa is on screen, he's not relevant to any part of the story. This movie could have done without Lobo, and I don't think it would have been better, and I don't think it would have been worse. When he comes on the scene, it's very, this whole time he's after a bounty, and he's just kind of there in the middle of the action, and I just think that he just really wasn't necessary, and I think he could have been utilized more, so that's why I'm putting that under the bad category. The other bad thing is that in the story, because this is based off of a comic, right? This is based off of Woman of Tomorrow, and in this movie, Krypto gets hurt and she has to find the antidote, and so her whole motivation isn't helping this girl, it's actually finding the antidote. Now in the comics, it turns out that Krypto never needed the antidote. However, they've made that change in the movie to make it almost seem like, yeah, everything was for the antidote, and it does kind of take away of Supergirl's motivation for what she's doing, right? Another thing that could be bad is the story of Krypton, right? So in Kara's version of Krypton, Argon gets lifted out, becomes new Argon, it becomes its own separate entity. However, there's some kryptonite poisoning, and that basically is about to wipe out her race, and she gets sent away. Now, why some people don't like this is because in Superman, the Kryptonians were evil. Even in Supergirl, they send off the pod and they go, oh, there's the conqueror of worlds, your brother Kal-El. And in this, it seems like Supergirl's parents are very kind. I just don't think, I think for me personally, I would like them to stick with that shtick, right? I wanted them, as much as it sounds weird, I wanted it to be Viltrum. I wanted it to seem like the Viltrumite Empire, and I think that could have been really cool. Now let's talk about what comes next, right? So this is the second installment of the DCU, and some people are a little bit worried, right? We've gotten Superman, which I think was fantastic. I gave it a 9.5, borderline 10. And then we had Peacemaker Season 2, which was not bad at all. You have Creature Commandos, which was fantastic. There have been such good things from the DCU so far. I don't think that Supergirl is hurting it, because honestly, I am more excited for Man of Tomorrow that comes out next year because of this movie. Seeing how everything's interconnected, it already gives me a better interconnected feeling than the MCU did with the first phase. So it's already looking better than one of the most popular integrated cinematic universes off its second movie. I think that we just need to slow down and get ready for what comes next. The next movie that comes out for the DCU will be Clayface. I believe the next project is Lanterns. Lanterns gonna be a huge part of this, as it's, again, expanding the universe, almost like Supergirl did. Well, Clayface is gonna be its own standalone horror movie. I also think that will be really good, as it's going to be something we haven't seen before really from James Gunn. Like I said, I don't think that Supergirl should be the reason you're worried. To me, it's a very fun adventure. It's a fun ride. Please go see it. Please go see it in the theater. Seeing it in IMAX, I think, will just enhance your experience. Like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if it is, go ahead and take a gulp, because I'm going to tell you that Supergirl is fun. It is a fun movie. I don't think it's the best movie of the year. There have been definitely better movies, but it is one of my favorite movies of the year, just because of what a good time I had with it. So don't listen to the internet. Form your own opinion. Let me know how I did in my review. Till next time, this has been Alex. Another review brought to you by Woodward Cinema. We'll see you next time.